Elvis Presley. The name alone conjures images of a hip-swiveling guitar-slung rebel who changed the face of music forever. Born in Tupelo, Mississippi in 1935, Elvis grew up surrounded by gospel music and the bluesy rhythms of the rural South. Little did anyone know that this shy boy would become a global icon, selling over 1 billion records and captivating audiences worldwide. Elvis wasn't just a singer, he was a cultural phenomenon who redefined popular music, challenged social norms, and left an indelible mark on the world. His music, a potent blend of country, gospel, and rhythm and blues, resonated with a generation hungry for something new. Elvis's electrifying stage presence, marked by his signature dance moves and passionate vocals, sparked a cultural revolution. He became a symbol of youthful rebellion, breaking down racial barriers in music and igniting a firestorm of controversy with his suggestive performances. Elvis's impact transcended music. He became a fashion icon, his pompadour hairstyle and flamboyant jumpsuits imitated by millions. He was a movie star, appearing in over 30 films that showcased his charisma and solidified his status as a heartthrob. Elvis Presley was more than just an entertainer. He was a cultural force who redefined what it truly meant to be a star. Elvis's musical journey began in the church, a place where the power of music was palpable and the spirit of community was strong. Growing up in Tupelo, Mississippi, he was deeply influenced by the gospel music he heard at the Assembly of God Church. The church was more than just a place of worship. It was a sanctuary where the young Elvis found solace and inspiration. The raw emotion and soulful harmonies of gospel left an indelible mark on the young Elvis, shaping his vocal style and igniting a passion for music that would define his life. The powerful voices of the choir, the heartfelt lyrics, and the communal spirit of the congregation all contributed to his early musical education. In 1948, Elvis's family moved to Memphis, Tennessee, seeking better opportunities. The move was a significant turning point in his life, opening up a world of new experiences and musical influences. Memphis, with its vibrant music scene and melting pot of musical influences, proved to be fertile ground for the budding musician. The city's rich musical heritage, from blues to country to gospel, provided a diverse soundtrack to his formative years. He soaked up the sounds of Beale Street, the city's musical heart, where blues, rhythm and blues and country music mingled in the air. The lively atmosphere of Beale Street, with its bustling crowds and impromptu performances, was a constant source of inspiration for the young Elvis. Elvis's musical influences were diverse, reflecting the cultural tapestry of Memphis. He was exposed to a wide range of musical styles, each contributing to his unique sound. He was drawn to the raw energy of blues legends like B.B. King and Muddy Waters, whose powerful performances and emotive lyrics resonated deeply with him. The soulful crooning of gospel singers like Mahalia Jackson, whose heartfelt renditions of gospel classics stirred his soul and influenced his vocal delivery. And the upbeat rhythms of country music stars like Hank Snow, whose lively tunes and storytelling lyrics added another layer to his musical foundation. These influences would coalesce in Elvis's own music, creating a unique and electrifying sound that would captivate the world. His ability to blend these diverse genres into a cohesive and compelling style set him apart from his contemporaries. Despite his growing passion for music, Elvis's early life was marked by hardship. His family lived in poverty, and the struggles of daily life were a constant challenge. His family struggled financially, and he often turned to music as an escape from the realities of poverty. Music was not just a hobby for Elvis, it was a lifeline, a way to cope with the difficulties he faced. He sang in the school choir, taught himself to play guitar, and dreamed of a life beyond the factories and cotton fields of Memphis. His dedication to music was evident even at a young age, as he spent countless hours practicing and honing his craft. Little did he know that his dreams were about to come true. The journey from a small-town boy with big dreams to a global music icon was just beginning, and the world was about to witness the rise of the king of rock and roll. 1954 proved to be a pivotal year for Elvis. It was a year that would not only change his life, but also alter the course of music history forever. He walked into Sun Records, a small Memphis studio known for recording blues and country artists. This unassuming studio, with its modest exterior, was a crucible of musical innovation. Elvis hoped to record a song for his mother's birthday. Little did he know, this simple act of love would set the stage for his meteoric rise to fame. Sam Phillips, the studio's visionary owner, was intrigued by the young man's raw talent. Phillips had an uncanny ability to recognize potential where others saw none. Phillips had been searching for a white singer who could capture the raw energy and soulful sound of black rhythm and blues artists. He believed that such a fusion could bridge racial divides and create a new musical genre. He saw that potential in Elvis. The young singer's voice had a unique quality that was both familiar and revolutionary. During a recording session, Elvis launched into a spontaneous rendition of That's All Right Mama, a blues song by Arthur Crudup. This impromptu performance was electric, capturing the attention of everyone in the studio. The song, infused with Elvis's unique blend of country twang and gospel fervor, sent shockwaves through the Memphis music scene. It was unlike anything anyone had ever heard before. That's All Right Mama became a regional hit, and Elvis quickly became a local sensation. His voice, his style, and his charisma captivated audiences. He began performing at local clubs and on radio shows, captivating audiences with his energetic performances and unique musical style. Each performance was a testament to his growing confidence and star power. His music, a raw and infectious blend of country, blues, and gospel, resonated with a generation yearning for something new and exciting. Young people flocked to his shows, drawn by the magnetic energy he exuded. Elvis signed with Sun Records and released a string of hit singles, including Blue Moon of Kentucky, Good Rockin' Tonight, and Baby Let's Play House. Each release further solidified his status as a rising star. These songs were more than just hits. They were cultural milestones that marked the birth of a new era in music. These early recordings, with their raw energy and undeniable sensuality, laid the foundation for rock and roll and catapulted Elvis into the national spotlight. His influence began to spread far beyond Memphis, reaching audiences across the country and eventually the world. As his fame grew, so did his impact on popular culture. Elvis became a symbol of youthful rebellion and a catalyst for social change. His music broke down barriers and brought people together in a way that few artists had ever done before. The legacy of those early days at Sun Records is still felt today. Elvis's groundbreaking work in the studio not only launched his career, but also paved the way for countless other artists who followed in his footsteps. Sun Records remains a historic landmark, a testament to the power of music to transform lives and shape history. Visitors from around the world come to see where it all began, to stand in the very room where Elvis first made magic. The spirit of innovation and creativity that defined Sun Records in the 1950s continues to inspire musicians today. Elvis's journey from a humble studio in Memphis to global superstardom is a story of talent, vision, and the transformative power of music. In 1956, Elvis Presley exploded onto the national scene with a string of iconic performances and chart-topping hits. This was a year that would forever change the landscape of popular music and culture. Elvis's unique blend of rhythm and blues, country, and rock and roll created a sound that was entirely new and electrifying. His appearances on national television shows like The Ed Sullivan Show caused a sensation, with his electrifying stage presence and suggestive dance moves captivating teenagers and scandalizing older generations. These performances were not just musical events, they were cultural milestones that signaled a shift in societal norms and attitudes. His music dominated the charts, consistently topping Billboard rankings and setting new records for sales. Record stores couldn't keep his albums in stock, and radio stations played his songs on repeat, much to the delight of his ever-growing fan base. Hound Dog, Don't Be Cruel, Love Me Tender, and Jailhouse Rock became anthems of a generation, cementing Elvis's status as the undisputed king of rock and roll. Each song showcased a different facet of his talent, from his powerful vocals to his charismatic stage presence. These songs were more than just hits. They were cultural touchstones that resonated deeply with the youth of the time. Jailhouse Rock, in particular, with its rebellious lyrics and energetic performance, became a symbol of teenage defiance and freedom. His music transcended geographical and racial boundaries, uniting a generation in a shared passion for his rebellious spirit and infectious rhythms. At a time when America was deeply divided, Elvis's music brought people together, breaking down barriers and fostering a sense of unity. Elvis became a global phenomenon, with fan clubs springing up in countries around the world. His influence extended far beyond the United States, making him an international icon whose appeal was truly universal. His music, his movies, and his image were everywhere. From the silver screen to the recording studio, Elvis was a multi-talented artist who excelled in every medium he touched. His films, often featuring musical performances, were box office hits that further solidified his star status. His image was ubiquitous, appearing on everything from posters to merchandise. Teenagers adorned their bedroom walls with his likeness, and companies capitalized on his popularity by featuring him in advertisements. Elvis was not just a musician, he was a brand. Fans, dubbed teenagers by the media, swooned over his good looks, imitated his hairstyle and clothing, and flocked to his concerts in droves. His influence on fashion was undeniable, with many young people adopting his signature look as a way to express their own individuality and rebellion. His impact on popular culture was seismic, forever changing the landscape of music, fashion, and youth culture. Elvis was more than just an entertainer. He was a cultural icon who embodied the spirit of a generation eager to break free from the constraints of the past. However, Elvis's meteoric rise to fame was not without its critics. Many conservative groups and older generations viewed his music and performances as a threat to traditional values. Newspaper articles and public protests often targeted him, accusing him of corrupting the youth. His provocative stage presence, marked by his signature hip movements and passionate vocals, sparked controversy and outrage among more conservative segments of society. These critics saw his performances as lewd and inappropriate, further fueling the generational divide. Some decried his music as devil's music, claiming it promoted immorality and threatened traditional values. Religious groups were particularly vocal, organizing protests and campaigns to ban his music from the airwaves. Despite the controversy, Elvis's popularity soared, fueled by his undeniable talent, charisma, and the rebellious spirit of a generation eager to break free from the constraints of the past. His fans remained fiercely loyal, and their unwavering support helped him weather the storm of criticism and emerge as one of the most enduring icons of the 20th century.